Okay, so this is going to be a weird video. I'm not going to be talking about video games, um, and I'm just filming on my phone. Um, for those of you looking at me, because some of you are probably going, oh, she looks a bit different. Um, Bit of a story. I actually have an autoimmune disorder called sarcoidosis, and whenever COVID happened, a couple of months later is when I started showing symptoms of sarcoidosis. And it took a while to diagnose, like up to a year, because of how clogged up the medical system was, among other things. Um, and pretty much what happened is, and I have a whole journal on this where you can kind of see my progress, is my immune system decided that since a plague was going around affecting people's lungs, that my immune system went, hey, you know what? I'll put stuff in her lungs and then the other stuff can't get in. So, in short, my lungs made some calcium growths. Anyway, after a while, they tried to treat it with just inhaled steroids like I can't remember what I was on. I know I had Symbicol, but that was later. Pulmicort. Pulmicort didn't do the trick, and again, I had a persistent cough all the way throughout a pandemic that was causing people to have a cough, and then having to be like, "Oh no, it's not that. It's not that. I swear it's not that." Oh, And this is where the plot thickens. So I got put on a a corticosteroid called prednisone that's quite well known, mostly to asthmatics. And the reason my face looks different is because it makes you retain water in your face is one of the side effects. It has a bunch of other wild side effects, but the one that you'll notice is, hey, your face kind of looks bigger. Anyway, that's why this looks like this, and also why I'm wearing lots of makeup. Makes you very self-conscious. Um, I want to talk about actually that plague I mentioned because just a few days ago I actually tested positive in a rapid antigen test. And I want to talk about that because I was so scared of getting um, the Rona. I've been vaccinated 3 times. And before we get into this, I want to make it crystal clear. The things I'm about to say, the reason why it affected me different is not only those 3 vaccinations, but also the fact that I've been on prednisone for 3 months. Um, and I just wanted to put it out there so other people who are on prednisone or maybe another corticosteroid have an idea what to expect because unfortunately for me, well, uh, maybe unfortunately for everyone else, um, I didn't get the typical things because what this this medication is doing is trying to stop my lungs from being agitated and swelling. So it's telling my immune system to chill. And that means that whenever you get specifically the Omicron variant, which is what I assume I got, because it's actually quite common right now, what happens is your throat swells up because it's the reaction to the virus in there. If you're on something that prevents you from swelling up, you don't get the sore throat, or at least I didn't. I thought I had a cold. I feel like such a jerk because I, I was walking around and I'm like, oh, it's a cold. It's a cold. You know, the only thing I really had was a stuffy nose. Um, I had a bit of a cough, but I assumed, oh, well, whatever, the stuffy nose, it trickles down. You cough. Because the other thing is with prednisone, your sleeping schedule is goofed up. So anything, the occasions where I felt tired, I was like, oh, it's because I go to bed at like 12 midnight and get up at 6, sometimes 4 or 5 a.m. So this is more just a warning or a piece of advice. If you if you're on a prednisone or another corticosteroid, if you get a cold, get it checked out if you can. Um, yeah, get it checked out. Do something. Um, I even I feel really stupid because I actually gave it to my husband and I did. Oh, by the way, he put a ring on it. Anyway, um, he actually got the more typical side effects, but it still didn't clue in that oh, there's something else because every time I've heard of someone mentioning COVID, it usually is the throat gets really sore, and that was the telltale sign. I was able to record my music videos and stuff like that and keep singing with this because once again, I I didn't get the swell up and I don't I didn't really get a fever. I could rock through the bits of being a little sleepy and it, like it might be kind of a shitty thing to say, but if you're on a long-term steroid and you happen to get COVID, it's not going to be the worst time you've ever had. Um, I will say once again, before you get put on one of those, the doctors will tell you you better make sure you're vaccinated out the wazoo. Listen to your doctors. But yeah, this is just what I wanted to put out there because going into getting put on this, I was really, really, really scared of the prospect of getting COVID, and um, unfortunately, at this point, it's kind of inevitable, at least in my area. And it's sort of at the point where we're like, okay, we need to see if how these vaccines work and if they'll carry us through. As far as anything else, I will say I've been, I'm still cleaning things out. I don't think I'm contagious. Everywhere I go where I was in close quarters, I made sure to wear my mask because even though I thought it was a cold, I also don't want to pass on a cold because that's also kind of shitty. Um, and long, pretty much, yeah, get us checked out is the biggest thing I have to say. Um, because you're although you're going to do fine, someone else may not. Okay. That's all I really think I have to say on this one. Be nice to each other.